So we have a question. This is 2019, 13 November. That was internal. So answer all question in the spaces provided. So the first question says figure 1.1 shows different types of specialized cells. So the first question says identify the cells A, B, and C. So if you look at the first cell, this one is called the red blood cell. So this is the red blood cell. So the red blood cell, that is A. Then if you look at B, so B looks like a plant cell, but this is not a plant cell. This is what we call the parasite cell. Parasite cell. Then if you look at C, this one is called the sperm cell. So this one is called the sperm cell. So we have A, which is the red blood cell, then B, parasite cell, then if you look at C, this is the sperm cell. Then then question number A2, state the part of the living organism in which each cell is normally found. So if you look at the red blood cells, where do we find the red blood cells? So we find the red blood cells, that is in the blood. Then for the parasite cell, we find the parasite cell, that is in the leaf. So that's where we find the parasite cell. So in the leaf, then the other one in the blood. Then if they were to ask you about the sperm cell, this one is found in the sperms. So the answer for B, this is parasite cell, so it is found in the leaf. Then for C, this one is found in the sperm. Then C, explain how cell B and C are adapted to their function. So how is cell B and C adapted for their function? So first you have to understand what does the word to adapt. So to adapt, they have the certain features which helps them to function. So like for this one, it has high concentration of a chloroplast. So remember, the function of chloroplast is to it has a green pigment called chlorophyll that helps in the process of photosynthesis. Then for this one, it has a long tail for propulsion. So that is the answer to this question. So if you want to join online lesson, so you can just text me so that we should be going through together.